Happy Indigenous Peoples Day from the Resilient Indigenous Action Collective, or RIAC. Who is RIAC? RIAC is a group of Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and globally, including Onondaga and other Haudenosaunee people. Our members live and collectively engage on Onondaga and Haudenosaunee lands in what is currently called upstate New York. And while not affiliated with, nor representatives of the Onondaga Nation, nor the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, as a group of Indigenous people from across the globe, we center these relatives and organizers in our midst. We do so while cultivating decolonial spaces for all Indigenous people to experience sovereignty and self-determination, and to fight for the liberation from colonialism and all of its related oppressions. Really, that's what Indigenous Peoples Day is about to us. It's about our sovereignty, our resilience, our position in the future as Indigenous people, because every day is a good day to be Indigenous. And so really, while today is an especially important day to celebrate, every day is an important day to celebrate being Indigenous.
Hi everyone, my name is Danielle Smith and I am Onondaga Hop Clan. I grew up here on the Onondaga Nation and I have a 10-year-old daughter who is recording this video. I also have a partner and we have a pit bull puppy. I have a really big family and family is really important to me. So I guess why did I join RIAC? A lot of the members that are part of RIAC, we had been working together on different issues around organizing and just different social justice issues really up at SU, when I was in school. And, obviously we became friends. And then out of that, we met more people who are involved in, social justice issues. And we decided that, we thought we needed a group that was inclusive of all Indigenous people, around the world. Just to kind of, give us a place to go to support each other, to heal, and then also, to take action on different issues that we're really passionate about. So for example, the Columbus statue, and obviously we're really happy that the statue is finally gonna come down, because for decades people from Onondaga and other Indigenous people have been advocating and saying that they want this statue down, and it's finally happening. So I guess, like I said, I graduated. I had my master's in social work, and I guess another thing that's really important to me, especially with this work, is to do with the younger generations. So trying to make our community and also the larger community a better place for the next 7 generations to live, and we just hope that we can provide that with through RIAC and our different actions that we take. So I just want to say Yoweha, thank you for your support, and especially to all our allies and our friends who have been keeping up with us on social media and showing up to our different actions. So yeah, I know I really appreciate it. So that's all I have. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Adabria Edwards. I'm Hop Clan. I'm from Onondaga, and happy Indigenous Peoples Day. And I've been doing gymnastics for 5 years.
Say Saguli. Show them Saguli. Yeah, there you go. Hi, my name's Kelsey Smith. I'm from the Onondaga Nation. I'm Onondaga, Hawk Clan. My native name is Deowendeke. It means the first sunrise. And this is Miss RIAC Keener, and she's also Onondaga. She does not have her name yet. I'm actually currently working on her dress for when she goes to her ceremony to get her name. So this is about as far as I got. Oh, it's so pretty, huh? So, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of my sewing, kind of trying to learn skills. This is only my third dress I'm working on in the past 5 years. It's taken me about 6 months or plus to even get this far in this dress, but I'm slowly working on it. All right.
Kia ora whānau, this is Hayley from RIAC, and I would like to wish everybody again a happy Indigenous Peoples Day. A really important part of Indigenous Peoples Day for me is about resilience and survival, and that means in part reclaiming our knowledges and cultural practices. So for me, as somebody who is Māori, one of the ways that manifests is through the reclaiming of our traditional practice of rāranga, which is weaving. It's especially significant to me as a Wahine Māori, a Māori woman, because weaving has been the domain of women. It's a practice that in particular women have done for generations and for decades. So here is an example of what we weave with. So this is a plant called harakeke, you would know it maybe as flax. Okay, so here's some examples of some pieces that I've done recently. Māori used harakeke and rāranga, the practice of weaving, for all manner of things. We used it for kākahu, which is our clothing. We used it for all kinds of different carrying bags. We've used it to, so here you have cradle boards, and we actually use flax to make what we carry our babies in. So these are kete, different kinds of bags, and you can see that they are different and have different purposes. Some of them are very functional and some of them are very decorative. So here's an example of something that I made for my husband. We had lots of receipts, so I made him a little receipt. This is a kete whiri, it's called. This one here is a kete tīmata, so it's a very, very basic carry bag. This one here, I've used another kete whiri. I used to keep all my weaving supplies in, so you can see some of the things that I end up using, lots of pegs and different kinds of things. This one here, another kete whiri, I use for my potatoes. You can see that this is a tissue holder. So you can also see colours. Now traditionally we would have found plants that actually make natural dyes, and that's how we coloured our harakeke. And so you can see different colours here. Each one of these patterns, designs, has its own name. Each colour choice and design choice represents a story. So often when we are weaving for somebody in particular, we'll choose colours and patterns that relate to that person and whatever events are going on in their lives. I want to point out that weaving is a woman's practice in particular. It's not exclusively women, but it's actually really important for us as women to be reclaiming some of this knowledge. I just want to end by giving a shout out to my kaioko. my rāranga kaiako. It's my weaving teacher. She's a master weaver. Her name is Vera Noa Hitit, and I am a student of her school, which is the Hitit School of Māori Art and Design. If you're interested in learning how to weave, you can go and do that online. Again, it's a terrific day to be Indigenous. Here's to Indigenous resilience and survival.
Hello,
Tanse.
Danse. Iona Nitsiga-san. My name is Iona Scully, and I am from the Michelle First Nation, but I grew up here where I am zooming in from right now on unceded Onondaga territory, or Syracuse, New York. And I'm coming to you talking with my cousin's kid, or in Cree culture, my nephew, Sam. And so I'm going to let Sam introduce yourself to the world on Indigenous Peoples Day.
Hi, I'm from Edmonton. Well, I was born and raised in Edmonton. I'm from Michelle First Nation. My last name is Kalahu. And my dad is a shot from Buffalo Lake, a Métis settlement in Alberta. And yeah, I'm 17. I think that since we've been colonized and residential schools have opened and Christianity has been spread, that we've lost a lot of that respect as Two-Spirit people, and a lot of homophobia has just been spread across our land ever since. So we are really hoping to reclaim that back, that respect and that title of being Two-Spirit.
That's so important. I like how you said that title, because I think that's really important. Like, we've always had a place in our communities before colonization, and we had important places in our communities sometimes too, as Two-Spirit people.
Just how respected we were as people before everything ever happened. And it just sums us up as a community of Indigenous people who are gay or lesbian or transgender or anything else.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's so important. I think a lot of people think that it means, that we have masculinity and femininity in us, and it can for some people, and that's totally fine too, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's the only definition for it, or that, it's like our term for recognizing that we've always had Two-Spirit people. We've always had, gay, lesbian, trans, non-binary people in our communities prior to colonization. And for me, I also think about Two-Spirit as a term that helps me connect both that part of my identity with the fact that I'm Indigenous, or, I think about my identity as it's Two-Spirit. I'm not myself alone. I'm connected to my community, my family, my mom, my sisters, the land, that's part of what it also means to be Two-Spirit, is to have this responsibility to really keep the community together in a way. I have a friend who's Two-Spirit, and he says to me that Two-Spirit people have medicine, and that it's kind of our responsibility to just figure out what that medicine is.
Enjoy making the chokers that is wearing right now, and yeah, they're really easy to make, and they're just very relaxing. I enjoy making them a lot.
Yeah.
And satisfying seeing them when they're done. And
yeah, I feel like maybe that's a little bit of medicine too. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Kia ora whānau, ko Ngāti Whetikaupeka tuku hapu no Onondaga territory aho.
Kia ora whānau, my name is Hayley
These are my sons, my boys, Ari and Max. We are Indigenous, we're Māori, and we're from the iwi, or the nation tribe of Ngāti Whatikopeka, and we are honoured and blessed to be speaking to you today from our current home on unceded Onondaga territory. We would like to wish everybody a happy Indigenous Peoples Day. And what does Indigenous Peoples Day mean to you, Ari?
Indigenous Peoples Day means to me solidarity with Indigenous struggles around the world.
Kia ora. And I'd like to say that Indigenous Peoples Day means to me to remember everything that our ancestors have done to make it possible for us to be here with you today. And I'd like to do a special shout out to our Black Indigenous whanauna, and obviously to the Haudenosaunee Confederacy on whose territories we live. It's a great day to be Indigenous.
Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it, but listen carefully to the sound.
Hey,